The Championship Series program just dropped in MLB The Show 21. If you have not seen the players yet, oh Lord, there's some absolutely nutty cards here. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through the program like we've done in the previous ones, go through how you can complete it in the most efficient manner as possible, but also go through the cards and give my reviews and recommendations of where you should be using these cards on each one of your teams. Let's get into it. All right, so under your player programs, you have your CS program, same old as per usual. There are a lot of fun cards, and the program seems to be structured in the same way. You need 100 stars to get to the end. You have a bunch of different moments to complete, and then you have missions, including repeatable missions. These repeatable missions I found were the best in terms of completing these programs. What I did to complete the previous program the most efficient way as possible, if you've been keeping up with it, if you have the wild card and division series done, I completed all of the moments, which really aren't bad at all. None of these moments are very long, and that'll give you how many stars? 32? 4 times 8? I think that's math. And then the rest of the stars to complete, I recommend going into Play vs CPU or doing it in Conquest. You could work on this Conquest and put on the division series players on your team. Tally these strikeouts and total bases. Play on rookie difficulty, whether it's in the Conquest while you're conquering the map, or in Play vs CPU in like a very favorable stadium where you could hit a lot of home runs and such. And these total base missions really aren't bad. You get 10 stars a pop. So, you know, you could go in, try to focus on completing these missions once, then go back out and start over again. And rinsing and repeating this, I found, helped, along with, you know, you doing these missions once for the extra 5 stars. Really made completing this program easier. And I didn't even do the DS Conquest. You could do the Conquest if you want to, though, if you enjoy that. But in terms of players, which cards are the best? Which one should you be using? First, we have 98 Tyler Matzik, who looks really good. He's got solid stamina. I mean, you're not worried about the reliever, but the hits and Ks per 9 are endgame. If there's any risk with this card, it seems like it's going to be the control. The control is not going to be the best ever. But he has a great pitch mix. He has a fast 4-seam, a slower cutter, and an even slower slider. So the pitch mix should be effective. If you've been looking for that second or third lefty in your bullpen, I would really recommend picking him up. He seems like a top-tier reliever. Next, we have 98 Brusdar Graterol, who honestly looks phenomenal. He's got 40 stamina, which is also really good for a reliever. Sinker, cutter, fastball, pitch mix, scary good here. The hits in Ks per 9 also are very good. He actually has better control than Matzik, I feel like. So he's actually going to be able to hit the spots of these pitches. Looking at the quirks, the big significant thing here is outlier 1. So the sinker is going to hit top tier pitch velo like Edward Cabrera type. So if you like that type of stuff out of your pitchers, this card's a must-have. I mean, this is a definite must-try in your bullpen. If you like that Blake Trinan type pitcher, this card basically seems better in every way. And, you know, he has sinker, cutter, and fastball all at high velocity. Definitely like a good late game shutdown reliever. Now we're going to get some really interesting ones. We got 99 overall Rafael Devers. This card looks very good. I mean, gold defense at third base. Very good versus righties is 117, 125 power. And very good versus lefties too, 119, 108. I think this card is a very valuable third base option to get that lefty bat in your lineup. A lot of the best bats in the game right now are righties. And this is an end game level card attribute wise. And the defense isn't going to be terrible. And you know, gold is more than enough. And he also gets some quirks. So if you like the All-Stars Devers that I know a lot of people said I heavily underrated, you should definitely give this card a go. Even if you haven't given the All-Star one a go. Give Devers a go. If you don't like Chipper Jones that much, this is a really legitimate third base option. Next, we got 99 Yordan Alvarez, who honestly also looks very good. The contact and power is great versus both sides. It's like top tier hitting. He actually has a reverse split, so he has 125, 120 versus lefties. So if you face a lefty, you shouldn't be worried, because he's also going to be very good versus lefties. And to be honest, they were very gracious in giving him 75 fielding. That was very nice. They didn't have to give him even silver defense. It's not going to be the worst. Hide him out in left field. It shouldn't really harm you. That would be the spot to play him, though. If you do like this card a lot, you know, you could get him parallel 5, get that power versus left to 125, but also get that defense to gold, which would give this card a little bit more of a bump. I think this card is giving me Juan Soto vibes, like last year's finest Soto. Just, you know, when we do get a Soto, I think it's going to be that much better this year. So, you know, if you're anticipating using that type of card, Yordan is a guy to use. And finally, the man himself, Eddie Rosario. This is definitely the most attractive card of the bunch, in my opinion, in terms of hitters. The outfield is also very much lacking lefties this point in the game, and that contact versus both sides is elite. The power versus right and left is also very good. The vision is going to play. This isn't just like another boosted current player with like a complete lack of vision. And the defense is more than enough, 85 fielding. If you like this card a lot like Yordan, they lined it up perfectly with that 85 fielding to potentially get diamond fielding in your outfield. But gold is more than enough. I would really recommend giving this card a go in your outfield. A lot of people are in search for that third outfielder to really like. Maybe you're still using someone like a Vlad Sr. for a while here, and you're just looking for a better defender or lefty bat. Definitely a must use here. And also, you know, a couple extra quirks that he has. So that is the CS program. I picture it only takes a couple hours to complete, and it probably won't be too bad at all. I think it's worth going for, getting a hold of these players, putting them on your team in some way, shape, or form. In case you have not gotten 15 postseason cards, if you complete this program, you know, you could use those players towards your collection there, work on getting extra XP for the inning program, to work towards that Willie Mays if you're trying to add him to your team. Also, there is a flash sale today. Later today, there's going to be a flash sale. I don't know if they started it yet, or if it starts a little later. I think it is a little later today. They're going to be putting up packs for sale once an hour. And like I always recommend with flash sales, I wouldn't really recommend buying the packs and banking on the best of luck. You know, a lot of the players at this point in the game are very affordable. If you have a lot of stubs you've been banking on and you're trying to chip at the collections for Kershaw, Mookie, this is going to be your best day to get a lot of the headliners, get the All-Star Game folk. They're going to be a little bit down in price when those packs are available that basically guarantee you getting these players. So I would really recommend picking them up then. And also, you may just see an overall crash in the market for some of the expensive players. So if you've been waiting to buy that expensive player for your team for a bit, I think today is going to be a great day to try to get that done and get that addition to your team. Now, if you were to ask me, what am I looking at today? I think Bellinger, he might see his final day in the team. I've loved Belly, but using Eddie Rosario in my outfield would probably be way more valuable. He's great versus both sides. He basically is a contact upgrade all around. The only thing Bellinger would probably have the advantage in is the power versus lefties and obviously the elite level fielding. So I think I'm going to move Belly to the bench here. And then maybe I'll slide Hank to right field when I get him parallel 5. And I'll play Rosario there for now. But other than that, this outfield is definitely really good. I am going to try Devers as well. That card seems really fun. And I think I'm going to replace Alex Reyes, who I did enjoy. Probably replace him or Rob Dibble in the God Squad bullpen with that Bruce Stark Gratterall. And I might actually save Andrew Miller for my alt team, or I'll use Matic on my alt squad, because I do run 2 accounts now, and they definitely have a place on most God squads, all of those cards, if you're looking for players to use. But that is going to be it. Hopefully I covered everything. If you have any questions on the new content dropping today, make sure you let me know in the comments section. I tried to get this video done in one whole take, so I get this out ASAP to you guys, because there's not really much to talk about today. There's just this content drop, and that's basically it. Let me know who you're going to put in your team. Let me know what you think of the cards. I'm very excited to give all these cards a go, like the previous program players. And we'll be streaming later today if you want to come hang out. Watch me try these players and earn them. And I'll see you all again later today or tomorrow on another video. Deuces.